Welcome to tonight. This is our weekly live webinar. Welcome. Good evening. If you can see me and you can hear me, please let me see your comments in the comment section. If you can see me and you can hear me, thank you so much for being here. Welcome to tonight. Yes, it's our weekly live webinar. And tonight, I'm excited, as always, to be here sharing with you tonight. If you can see me, please let's see a comment in the comment section. Let me see that. Let me see your comment. Let me see an emoji. Let me see something. In the comment section so that I can know that you are here and that you can see me and you can hear me. This is the weekly live webinar of the Advanced Lounge community. Thank you so much for being here. I see you, and I bid you a very warm welcome. Thank you. You know how we do this every Thursday at 8 p.m. We are here, we are live, and we are doing this. Thank you so much for always being here. As you know, this is the weekly live webinar of the Advanced Lounge community, where we just share on topics concerning our personal growth, personal development. And so the Advanced Lounge is a community of people who are learning and growing and becoming, more valuable versions of themselves. And we understand that one major way that you can equip yourself for this journey is by learning. And so these weekly live webinars are a learning sessions or knowledge sharing sessions where we get to explore different topics surrounding our personal development and personal growth. Well, if you can see me and you can hear me, please leave a comment in the comment section. Let me see that you are there. Say good evening, say anything, really. Just say how excited you are. Hi Adiola, I see you. How excited you are to be here this evening. Let me see your comment in the comment section. So these weekly live webinars are brought to you by the Advanced Lounge community, and my name is Tracy Akbera. I'm a personal success coach, and I'm the founder and the anchor of the Advanced Lounge community. My job is to show you the possibilities that exist for you and to show you how you can begin to navigate from where you are to where you desire, where you even deserve to be. Yes, that's my job, and I want to say thank you. So tonight I'll be hosting this session as usual, and I've come to be very excited at Thursday evenings because we get to come here and share, rub minds and share knowledge, to equip us for the journey of personal growth. And tonight we're talking about something very important. Hi Favor, I see you. Good evening and welcome to class. Tonight we're talking about standards. Your standards are equal to your success in personal growth. Your standards are very important. So we're going to be unpacking that topic tonight. If you've been here before, you know that our knowledge, our weekly live webinars are very powerful. They're very impactful. You will go away from here with actionable steps of things that you need to start doing immediately, because I always like to say that the results will follow the action. So there is no need to be speaking grammar. You must take whatever you are hearing. You must take it. You must get the knowledge. But beyond getting the knowledge, you must commit to yourself to begin to take action, because there is no time. Yes, Adiola, I see. Adiola says, I'm super excited. Yes, I'm super excited to have you here, and I'm super excited to be here as well. So tonight we're talking about standards, and very key. Please invite everybody. These sessions are free. They are free for everybody. They are our way in the Advanced Lounge. They are a way of equipping everyone that we know, that for this journey. So it is when you know better that you can do better. So share the links. You can take a minute now, just share the links to everybody that put it on your status. Share the links so that we have people join us for this session. The more the merrier, Good, great. So yes, we're talking about standards and how standards are equal to your success in personal growth. Standards are very important. Standards are what define your life. Your standard determines what you accept, what you reject, what you pursue. It is the standard that you set that will determine that. So that's what we're going to be talking about. How do standards then begin to equate to success in personal growth, and what do we mean by that? how do you begin to set that? What kind of standards do people have now? What kind of standards do you have now? And how can you begin to upgrade? How can you begin to move forward? Because understanding that your standards will determine your success. Well, what are your standards? What standards do you have? So your standards, as I said, will determine everything about your life. Your standards determine everything about your life. Have you ever seen somebody that, in a place or in a system or somewhere, there are many people, but there's just one person, you'll be like, no, 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 don't take that into that person, or don't do this thing around that person. It means that the person has clear standards, that they don't know, that not that they only have the standard, but they have also communicated their standards clearly, so that everyone knows that there are certain things that you can do, but don't do around this person. There are certain things that you can do, but don't do around this person. It makes me remember a story, as in a long time, a few years back, in the place where I was working. And so we used to have an attendance register. So this attendance register, the resumption time was 7:30 a.m. But so resumption time was 7:30 a.m. But you find people come at maybe 7:45, they will now write 7:20. People come at 8 o'clock, they will go and write. Everybody wants to write within 7:30. But then there was this guy, his name was Femi. Femi, we just started calling Femi Pastor Femi, because anytime, please, just whatever you are doing, you make sure you come to work before Femi, because anytime that Femi gets to the office, if he got to the office at 7:50, if he got to the office at 8 o'clock, that's the time that Femi will write. So if you want to write before seven, if you want your time to fall within 7:30, make sure that one, you come to work before Femi, because know that once Femi writes his name like this, the next thing you cannot write. Of course, Femi cannot go and write 7:45, then you now come and say you came 7:20. No, so you have to follow Femi's time. That is standard. So standards are what they dictate our life. They are what defines who you are. So as I'm talking, you immediately begin to think, so what are my own standards? Yes, what are your own standards? These standards are things that we accept. They will determine what we accept. They will determine what you reject. They will determine what you pursue. And we must understand that growth will not happen by accident. There is a direct correlation between your growth and your standards. It happens when you set clear benchmarks for yourself. So I will ask you, let me write your name in the comment section. Do I have standards? Just ask yourself the question. That a question that you ask yourself will always make you to begin to think of an answer. So let me write your name in the comment section and ask yourself, Tracy, do I have standards? What are your standards? Do you have standards? Those clear benchmarks that we set for ourselves. So you must understand that you have different, we have different standards. You have standards in different aspects of your life, and those standards would now determine the results that you get. So if you want a different outcome, what do? You raise your standards. Your standards, as I've explained now, they directly impact your growth. That is why the topic for tonight is your standards are equal to your growth. Your standards are equal to your success. So if you want to have better success, you want to record better outcomes or different outcomes, what do? You know how they call that, what they call it, directly proportional equation, right? This is equal to this. So what affects one side will invariably affect the other side. So if you want to raise your success, what do? You have to do something to your standards, because standards equals your success. Standards equals your success. And the best thing, the best thing about this thing is that it's not somebody else's standards. It's not somebody else's standard. You get to decide. Let me write in the comment section that I am in control. Write in the comment section that I am in control. Yes, you are in control. It's not Coach Tracy coming to tell you, oh, these are the standards that you must follow. No, you get to decide. You get to decide what the standards are for you. So you can decide you want high standards. You can decide you want low standards. As I always say, that personal growth is all in your hands. You are in control. You are in charge. Like you are sitting firmly, you are in control. That is why it is not, you cannot begin to blame somebody. Oh, my father did this, or my mother did that, or my spouse did this. That is why I'm not progressing. My boss did that. No, you are in control. You are in control. You are seated firmly in control. If anything is going right, yes, yes, ma, yes, sir, you are in control. If anything is going wrong, yes, sir, yes, ma, you are in control, and you have to own it with your full chest. Accept it. See, the earlier you accept it, the better for you, because the earlier you have taken the power. Accepting that responsibility means taking the power to begin to do things differently so that you can get different outcomes. So, to raise your successes, what do? Raise your standards. So that is what we're going to be talking about tonight. Are you excited? Let me see drum rolls if you are ready for tonight's session. In the next 40 or so minutes, if you are ready, please let me see your emojis. Let me see fire emojis. Let me see drum rolls. Let me see dancing. Let me see flowers. Depending on how you are feeling, get ready for tonight, because tonight is something that we are unpacking that directly. We are in control, and we're not looking for somebody else to help us. See, it's something that we can begin to immediately, as you are hearing me speak, take notes so that you can begin to adjust things immediately. Look, I am so confident. Like, I am so confident that the life that you desire and the life that you desire of your dreams is possible, is predictable, but you need to begin to do things differently. You need to begin to do things differently to be able to get different results. After all, somebody defined insanity as doing the same things over and over again and expecting different results, which is honestly what many of us do. We keep on doing the same things. We keep on living the same life. Oh, we keep year in, year out. What changes is the year. The life is the same, but thus far, no more. We must decide and take the decision that I will do things differently. I will do things differently. Tell yourself, I must do things differently. Yes, you will, and yes, you can. Yes, you will. Yes, you must. And yes, you can. It's all within your control. Yes, guys, I see you. I see your comments in the comment section. I see all of you. I am hi Yusuf. I see you, Daniel. I see you, Tochi. I see you guys. Welcome to class. Okay. So what are standards? So standards are the minimum level of quality of achievement that you will accept for yourself in any area of life. You may want to write that down. Standards are the minimum level. That is I can't go beyond this level. And guess what? You determine that level. Standards are the minimum level of quality or achievement that you will accept for yourself. So you are putting these standards in place by yourself, and you are putting them in place for yourself. They are the minimum level of quality or achievement that you will accept in any area of your life. So you get to decide. You get to decide what is the minimum level. What is the minimum level in my spiritual life? What is the minimum level, physically, my physical health? What's the minimum level in my mental growth and transformation? What is the minimum level? You get to decide. Your relationships, you get to decide. You get to put that standard. You get to put that line and tell yourself that, see, anything that is below this thing, I have many stories. Anything that is below this thing that I'm not doing, it reminds me of several years ago. We're looking for an apartment. We had recently moved into town, and we're looking for an apartment. And as a very young couple, then we had our budget in place, of course. And then we're looking for we're looking for a home. Agents were busy taking my husband and I up and down. We're going. So we got to a place, and then the agent was telling my husband that let's just go. See, Oga, let's just go. Just let's go small like this. The house is like this. The house is like. My husband was like, see, if that house passed this line like this, we were on a street. The way he said it was so funny, that if that house passed this line on this street, let it be in heaven. I'm not going to that house. There was a standard. There was a place that beyond this line we cannot go, and that is a standard. And the standard, you get to put your standards by yourself. And the standards, they're not for me, they're not for anybody. They are for yourself. So standards are by you for me, for you. Let me write in the comment section, my standards are for me, by me. You put your standards by yourself, but they are for you. They're a minimum level, minimum requirement that you will accept for any area of your life, and you get to determine that. So the different kinds of standards, we have different kinds of standards. Your personal standards, like how do you treat yourself, your self-discipline, your values are your personal standards. What are your values? How do you treat yourself? How is your self-discipline like? Those are your personal standards. Then in your professional life, I remember I said that the standards are what you are, the minimum level for any area of your life. So in your personal life, in your professional life, what is your work ethic like? What are your performance expectations for yourself? What is your commitment to excellence? This is you are putting it by yourself. There are some organizations that may even have it, but you can have a personal standard. And a personal standard in your professional, you can be like Mr. Femi. You have a standard. Some people have a standard that they cannot go to work like later than a particular time. It's a standard, and you put it for yourself by yourself. Another standard that you could have is relational standard. The kinds of people that you associate with, the kinds of people that you associate with, or what you tolerate in a relationship, these are standards. And many times people say, but is that not arrogance? Is that not pride? No, it's not arrogance. Your standards, and it's not pride, it's not arrogance, is what you call self-preservation. When you understand who you are, you understand where you are going, then you know that there are some things that are not just for you. Like, it doesn't matter who is doing them. It doesn't matter. Sometimes people say, oh, but it's not a sin. It's not a sin. We use that it's not a sin to excuse a lot of rubbish. Excuse my French. We use that it's not a sin to excuse a lot of things that we should not be tolerating at all. And so you should understand that it doesn't have to be a sin. Just understand that it's not for me. And how do you get to understand that? Because you have standards. Because you have standards, you have set in a mechanism that guides you, that you understand that as for Tracy, as for me, and you get to decide what that is. That I can't go below this particular level. Another, that is in relationships, the kinds of people you associate with, the kinds of stuff that you will tolerate in a relationship, that is also a standard that you can put in place for you, by you. Another area that you can have standards in your health and wellness, how you take care of your body, what you eat, your fitness, your mental well-being, and all that. Another area where you can have standards is financial standards, your money management, savings, investment, spending habits, and all that. So there are different areas of your life, you name it. You determine what the standard is, you put it in place, and it guides you. The standards are by you and for you. And then you already know that what is a standard for one person may not likely be a standard for another person. It doesn't mean that there's no right or wrong way. There's only my way. Let me write in the comment section. There is no right or wrong way. There is only my way. Hey, let me write in the comment section. There is no right or wrong way. So you are here. I can see Tochi here. I can see Lindinus. Shout out to my sister. Thank you for being here. So you can be in a place and you are so many, but everybody, you have your standard depending on you, and it's for you. So there is no right or wrong way. It's just my way. There's no right or wrong way. There is only my way. Yes, guys, I see you. I see the comment. I see the energy in the room. You guys are giving me energy. Keep it coming. Let's see comment. If you are listening to me and you can hear anything that resonates with you, please drop it in the comment section. Let's do this together. Good. So how low standards we have. So invariably, you can hear from what I've been saying is that some people have high standards, some people have low standards, some people have no standards. Hey, dangerous people, run away from them. Some people have high standards, some people have low standards, some people have no standards. Run away from people that have low standards or no standards, because anything goes, and anybody that anything goes with is a dangerous person. Please run away from them. So how does low standards limit personal growth? Because low standards, you accept anything goes, anywhere belle face, what will be will be. Those are the kind of people in that bucket. they accept anything. So low standards limit personal growth. Low standards will limit personal growth. That mindset of anything, any way is a way, or anyhow, let's just be going and be seen, it limits personal growth. How? Because the person accepts mediocrity. If you accept average, you accept average effort, of course you know you will get average results. And remember our topic, we're talking about how your standards, how standards equals to your success, how standards equals to your success. So you know that if somebody has low standards, of course you know there is low success. And one of the ways, one of the evidences is accepting mediocrity. Is here that it will begin to scatter all the tables. You know, you can say with your mouth, oh, I have high standard, I have high standard. But when it comes down to it, when it comes down to taking action, you find that many people accept mediocrity. They accept average, they accept just good enough. Just good enough never delivers outstanding results. Just good enough never delivers outstanding results. When you put in average effort, so you don't say, oh, let's just get by. Oh, let's just get by. We don't have to be up, we don't have to be down. Let's be in the middle. It delivers average results. And guess where average, many people, you get lost in that middle, in that average, in that mediocre region, because there are many people there. There's no way for you to stand out, because you are there with everybody, with the whole crowd of people. And so when you put in average results, average efforts, you get average results. We're talking about how low standards, and many people by their actions, you know that they have low standards. They have low standards, and this limits their personal growth. So beyond saying things, beyond, that's why people that know me in the boot camp, I always tell them that affirmations are good. Declarations are good. We will affirm ourselves, we have mantras, we have all those things. But beyond them, because talk is cheap, you can declare from now till tomorrow, you can affirm from now till tomorrow. If you are not taking the actions that is backing up that your affirmation or your confession, I'm sorry, zero results. Zero results. So beyond just the talk, many people, when you begin to unpack their talk, you begin to unpack the things that they are saying with their mouth, and getting down to the root of it, you find that many people exhibit mediocrity. They exhibit it, they accept it, they are comfortable with it. But understand that this is one of the ways of knowing people with low standards, that they accept mediocrity. If you accept average effort, you understand that average result. Another way to know is lack of accountability. Lack of accountability. Many people lack accountability, and they lack accountability because there are no standards. And anybody that is not accountable also run away from them. Accountability is key. When you are accountable, then there is something that you are holding yourself to. There is something that and when you are able to hold yourself, or have somebody hold you to a particular level, then you understand that will give you greater results. Accountability will give you great results. But people that have low standards, they have no accountability, because there is nothing. They just wake up and anything goes, living life in that way of just being, oh, I'm just coasting along, I'm just going along, I don't want anything to disturb me, no stress. Very good. But you can't have a life that is successful, that is fulfilling, that is satisfying, and you definitely cannot leave a lasting legacy living life in this manner. So one of the things that you must hold yourself to is accountability. And that's what we have our boot camp. The 12-week Be More Accountability boot camp is a system. The boot camp is a robust system that has a structure and support to enable you move along on your journey of growth, move along to success. In the boot camp, you will be clear. You will understand why, your personal why, and then you begin to move forward with clarity, with focus, with confidence, to begin to achieve the goals that you have set for yourself, to begin to move yourself along, to understand that you're on a journey, you have a vision, and then you find yourself moving along to achieving that vision. So in the boot camp, We hold ourselves accountable. There is a system that has been created to hold you accountable, and you understand that this is one of the ways that you will know a person with high standards and low standards. What are you accountable to? Who are you accountable to? Is one of the ways to know the people that have high standards and the people that have low standards. And low standards, you are not growing, you are not going anywhere. Tell them Coach Tracy said so. Low standards or no standards, you are not going anywhere, because there is nothing. You need to be able to hold yourself accountable to something. You need to hold yourself accountable to someone, to a system, to something. That is the way that you are able to grow. So one of the ways that low standards limit personal growth is because there is no accountability, nothing whatever. It's just, let's just go, let's just see how this goes, let's see what happens, let's see what tomorrow will bring, that those kinds of things. It sounds all good, it sounds rational, but it's not, because it will never deliver the kind of result for the kind of life that you want to live. And I tell you that you are here on this earth to live a life that is fulfilling, satisfying, a life that you can live, you can be impactful, and then you will leave a lasting legacy. But you cannot live it the way we are living it, with no standards or low standards. Another thing that low standards do is that they attract the wrong people and the wrong opportunities. Low standards will allow just about anything or anyone just get in and thrive in your life. Hey, low standards will allow anybody, anything, any Tom, Dick, and Harry to just come, because after all, there are no standards. It's a no bars area, as in there's no barrier, there's nothing stopping them, there's nothing. So anybody can just come and go as they like. What a sad way to live life. You cannot, as you are listening to me, you cannot afford to live your life without standard. And this is not to say, oh no, I have standards. No, do you really have standards? How can you show us that you have standards? Are you accountable? What standards have you put in place to keep out certain kinds of people from your life? Or just anybody to say, oh, who is this one? It was my classmate in primary school. Oh, who is this one? It was this one. Oh, everybody has access to everything. No, it's wrong, it's not right. You should have standards in everything. Low standards will limit your growth, because you are accepting mediocrity. You are saying, oh, you want to be comfortable, you don't want any discomfort, you don't want to be uncomfortable, you don't want any discomfort. You are setting yourself up for a life that is mediocre. You lack accountability. Low standards, you cannot grow, you cannot do anything meaningful unless you begin to put certain things in place that allow you to have certain kinds of results. Of course, people will make or mar you. So your relationships, you have to be very, very watchful of them, and you must have standards in place, not just anything or anyone. No. And I think I've said it. I think it was in the boot camp. I was telling them that there are certain people that you should not give 2 minutes, but you give them 2 hours. There are certain people that there are certain people that you give them too much access. You give them 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. What are you talking? You shouldn't, but you don't have standards. There are certain times of the day that you should say, this is a time for this. It doesn't matter, you should be able to create standards, and everybody will know. And when you have standards, people will respect your standards. People will respect them. You know people that have standards. You know that there are certain people that you say, oh, if you bring, no, don't bring this thing. No, this person will not. This person will not. No. If you want to spoil this show, don't spoil this show. Don't carry this person along. You know them. People have standards, so why don't you? Another thing that low standards do is that they bring about stagnation and lack of progress, because no standards means there is no push. There is no push. So many people just they just remain stuck in the same patterns. The same year keeps repeating itself. The same year, because year in comes, year goes, and is the same old. Please say that thus far and no more. Say, I no do again. We can't continue to live life that way. Tell yourself, I no do again. I no do like that again. We can't continue to live life that way. See, the way that God created us, He put us here and He put in us the resources and the potential, the things that we need to be successful in this life. But you can't just sit down and do nothing and just have anything goes kind of life and expect that you will have the kind of success that you desire. No, it doesn't work that way. Things have to be done in a different way. Please, who is feeling the fire? Am I offending you, or are your sensibilities offended? If it's offending you, then know that you need to do some dressing. Yes. If it's offending you, then know that there's some you need to do some readjustment. You need to do some realignment. Yes, there is work to be done. There is work to be done, but the good news is that there is help. See, as you are hearing me, you can decide from right now to begin to do things differently so that you can have different results. So that is the beauty of our lives as human beings, is that we have the power of choice. So you can decide right now that my life does not have to continue to be this way, and then you take action and things begin to change immediately. But then you can also decide that, no, what's that coach even saying? These are days to come. They say these are days to come and they'll be talking plenty things, and then it's going to be the same old. But I'm hoping that somebody listening to me will begin to realign and rearrange certain things, because I'm telling you, success is possible. Success is possible. There are heights for you to climb. There are mountains for you to take. There are territories for you to recover. And I'm talking to you. You have the potential. God has placed in you the potential to do things that are unimaginable, that will blow your mind. You have it in you. It's in you. And in the advanced land, that is why I tell people that I can't do anything for you. What we do in the advanced land is that we equip you. We provide the resources, we provide the tools, we provide support, we provide the environment for you to be able to do some of these things, be guided, be handheld through the process, and for you to thrive. So you can decide now that, oh, I need to begin to do something. And the only thing that you need to do is that you come, let's do this together. Get into the boot camp, get into any of our programs. We have resources on our seller store that you can begin immediately to do things differently, so that you will see different results. Who is still there? Please let me write in the comment section, I'm still here. Oh, let me write in the comment section, I'm still here. The next thing we're going to be looking at is the power of high standards. We just looked at how low standards affect personal growth. So why do we need to pay attention to standards? Why do you need to put your standards in place? We're going to look at that. Yes, Adiola, I see you. Let me write in the comment section, I'm still here. Oh, yes, I can see you. I see you. Yes, it's getting more interesting. So let's run. Our time is very limited. The power of high standards. Why do we need to pay attention, or why do we need to put in standards, have those high standards? First thing is self-respect and confidence. People with high standards, they respect themselves and they command the respect of others. People with high standards, they respect themselves. And let me tell you, you get into a place and without saying much, there is a command. Because, come on, you know yourself, you know your worth, you know that it's not everything that is allowable here. There is a certain level of respect that you will command. And it's not pride, it's not arrogance. It's not pride, it's not arrogance. It's knowing who you are, what you carry. You command that respect, and you will show yourself respect, and every other person has no choice than to also respect you, because you command that respect. And so this is why you must set high standards. You must have those standards in place for yourself. It shows self-respect. And come on, if you are not respecting yourself, please, why should I respect you? Can you tell me why? If I'm coming in contact with you and I can see clearly you have no respect for yourself, why should I respect you? Or your confidence is not there and you don't have confidence. That confidence is lacking because there are little or there are no standards at all. So you must put in high standards, because that shows that you respect yourself. Please, do you respect yourself? Do you have those high standards? That's one clear way to show that you have self-respect. When you have your standards in place, it will also bring out this kind of confidence in you. You walk with a spring in your step. Why? Because you have standards. It's not just anything goes. No, it's not just anything goes. Another thing about having high standards is that you have increased opportunities, because high standards make you look attractive. High standards make you look attractive to, especially to high value people. People look at you and they are like, who is that? As in, like, can I know that person? You understand? Because there's a certain level of attractiveness, because you have those high standards in place. It doesn't mean that you're going to be telling people, hey, I have high standard. No. A person that has high standard, it only takes an interaction to be able to understand the kind of person that they are. I mean, there are some certain things that just tell they will just tell a story about you without you even having to open your mouth. You must have high standards, because one way to attract opportunities to yourself is to have high standards. You suddenly become attractive to people. People want to experience you. People want to have you in their corner. Why? Because there is something about you, and that thing comes as a result of the standards that you have put. Remember what we're talking about. Your standard equal to success. So you have low standard, low success. You have high standard, high success. That is the way it goes. What affects one part of the equation affects the other part of the equation. Another thing that high standards will do for you is that they will improve your decision making. When you have standards in place, let me tell you what it does is that it's able to make a decision for you. When you have your standards in place, earlier we spoke about personal standards and the place of value, your value system, and under that, your vision and mission as well. Your values would determine the kind of life. Depending on what your values are, it will even determine what you wear, how you speak, with who you are relating with, your values. So it is easy for you to make a decision because you have values. If one of my values is learning, if one of my values is, and one of my personal values is lifelong learning, if one of my values is lifelong learning, and then I know that there is this webinar at 8 o'clock, it's a no-brainer for me. Oh, this thing aligns with my values, so I'm going to be here at 8. If somebody comes and say, oh, let's watch a movie at 8, oh, I can watch a movie, but I can't watch it at 8, because at 8 I'm here doing something. Do you know that I just made a decision? It was an easy decision to make, because I have my standards in place that have dictated that at this 8 o'clock today on a Thursday evening, that rather than watching a movie, I'll be in the weekly live webinar. So a decision has been made. I don't have to stress myself. It's a decision of value, and because I have the standards in place, it just helps me to make that decision. So your standards, when your standards are clear, your choices become easier. When your standards are clear, your choices become easier. So what are your standards? When they are clear to you, then it's easy for you to make a decision. Your standard can be in my value can be in the way I dress. There are some things that I won't be caught dead wearing. It's a value, it's a standard for me. So it doesn't have to you don't have to ask me two times. It doesn't have you don't have to ask me two times. There are just some things I'm not going to wear. That decision has been made. I don't need to worry my head. Oh, can this work? Can this not work? This cannot work because this is not, I've set a standard for myself. This cannot work. So your standards, when they are clear, they will help you to make your choice. Help you to make your choices. It becomes easier for you to be able to make your choices. Another thing high standards will do for you is that it will give you greater fulfillment and success. The best in any field hold themselves to a higher standard than the rest. So when you see somebody that is excelling in their field, there is a lot of hard work and there's a lot of standards that people have held themselves to for them to be able to succeed at the level that they are. So let me tell you, they are not chilling. No, the people that you know and admire, the people that you want to be like, they have very high standards that they hold themselves to. Are you ready? Are you ready to succeed? Are you ready to hold yourself to those high standards? Let me write in the comment section, I'm ready. You must be ready. If you want your life to count for something, if you want your life to be, you want to have a fulfilling and an impactful life, if you want your life to count for something, then you must hold yourself to very high standards. There are some things that you can't just do. It's not a sin. No, see, other people can be doing it. I want to be very clear that it doesn't have to be a sin. I know we hear things from, especially from young people, but it's not a sin, but it's not a sin, but it's not a sin. Other people can be doing it, but you have a standard. You can't do it. And it's a personal standard that you have set for yourself. And what it does for you is that it will deliver results for you. It will deliver success for you. Remember our topic, your standards equals to your success. Your standard, your high standard, it will deliver almost as if on a platter, but it's not on a platter because your high standards, they will make you do the work. But what you can be assured of is that your standard, your high standards will deliver your success like this on a platter. Are you ready? Are you ready at all for success? Are you ready? Yes, I see your comments, guys. I see you, Adiola, I see you, Daniel. You are ready. Yes, we have to be ready. Tochi says, I'm ready. I'm ready. Yes, we are ready. We are ready, but we are ready for success, but we are also ready invariably to hold ourselves to those high standards. And in the boot camp, I keep talking about the boot camp. The current cohort of the boot camp is underway, so we're not taking anyone into the current cohort. But the next cohort of the boot camp in this year, the 2025 cohort 2, will come up in May, on May 5th precisely. We kick off. So I invite you, I encourage you to take advantage of a system that has been created. Standards already inside that system. There is a structure, a tight structure and support that will ensure that you are successful. A lot of these things that I'm talking about are things that we have already put in place in the bootcamp, and all you are doing is to walk into a system and engage a system that will begin to deliver results to you. So we'll talk about things of value, of vision, of mission, of all those things. We have it inside. We spoke about self-discipline earlier. We spoke about confidence. There are a lot of things that the bootcamp is, or the bootcamp system has been carefully curated and created to deliver to you. So I encourage you. The registration is for the 2025 cohort 2 has been open. Details are scrolling on the screen. If on YouTube, we'll drop them on Facebook as well, so that you can take advantage and you can get in. We have a few months to to May 5th, but you can begin to pay in installments and all that. We are open to have those discussions. The admin number is also on the screen. Please send us a message. We'll give you more details. But I encourage you, I admonish that you get inside the bootcamp system. The bootcamp affords you accountability, which is one of the key ways to know somebody that has high standards. Accountability. So get in the bootcamp. I can't begin to start saying everything about the bootcamp, but one thing you understand about the bootcamp is that it will surely take you from where you are, and you will find yourself, you will catch yourself growing and doing the things that you never thought you could do. You will know yourself more. You will find yourself doing things that you never imagined that you could have done. But everything is geared toward ensuring that you are successful as an individual. That's our commitment to you. When you get into the boot camp, that you will find yourself moving on that line from where you are to where you want to be. So get into the boot camp. Cost 50,000 for the 12-week boot camp costs 50,000 naira. Reach out to us for more details. Good. So we spoke about the power of high standards, how you have self-respect and confidence. It increases your opportunities, it improves your decision making, and you find greater fulfillment and success in any field that you are. So how do you set and maintain those high standards? How do you set and maintain those high standards? Awesome. You begin first of all by identifying your current standards. So what are your standards? I asked before, what are your standards in those key areas of your life? We mentioned those areas of your life. So you want to begin to ask yourself, what are your personal standards? What are your professional standards? What are your relationship standards? What of health and wellness? What of your financial standards? Do you have standards at all? So this is not a wrong or right audit. It's just asking yourself, trying to understand, where are you at right now? Be brutally honest with yourself. Why are you settling for less than your best? Why are you settling for that average? Are you just settling for good enough? And remember, good enough doesn't deliver us awesome results. It never delivered awesome results to anybody. So what are the standards that you currently hold? Do you have any standards at all? high standards, low standards, no standards. Be brutally honest. This is one key area that you want to pay attention to. Many times we don't tell ourselves the truth. And I say that of all the deception in the world, self-deception has to be the worst kind of deception. Don't lie to yourself. Tell yourself the truth, because that's many times we have this cover that we are maintaining. We want to give a certain kind of project ourselves in a certain kind of way. But I always say that Tracy, I call myself to a meeting, and I always say humorously that I call myself Tracy and Tracy Nigeria Enterprises Limited. I'm the MD CEO, I'm the CEO, I'm the CFO, I'm the legal advisor, I'm the company secretary, I'm everything. Call yourself to a meeting. Sit down, keep phone, sit down with yourself for a few minutes and begin to get some things in place. Where am I at now? It doesn't matter. You can have high standards. You can make it even higher. Nothing stops you. So, but first of all, determine where are you at now and why are you settling? Why are you settling for less than your best? Many of us know that we can be better. You know it. See, there's no need. Don't lie to yourself. You know that you can be better. You can do better. So why are you settling? I knew it. I began to become very dissatisfied I knew that I could be more. I'm not all that I want to be now, but of course I know that I've moved along on that journey. You know that you can be more. But the problem is that you're not taking any action to back up what you know. Because there is no sense in knowing that you can do better, you can be better, but then you still leave yourself there. Why? So why are you settling for less than your best? You need to answer that question. Be honest with yourself. The next thing, you want to now begin to define the new standards that you want in every area. Determine what are the standards that you want. Be clear, be specific. What do you want from yourself? And let me tell you, sometimes all this can be overwhelming. That is why you need to be in a system like the Be More Accountability Bootcamp. We make the process to be less overwhelming for you, so that at every point in time, last weekend, yes, we're having, or 2 weekends ago, no, 2 weekends ago, we're having the clarity session at the end of each month in the boot camp. We have like a 30-minute session with the instructor, just to so that we understand, we're able to know where the boot campers are, their challenges, and there's that one-on-one interaction. Now, one of the boot campers, she was saying to me, she said, Coach, I just, everything in the boot camp is like one thing comes after another thing, one thing, and everything is there. It is premeditated. It's not just anyhow. In the boot camp, we always say that there's no anyhowness. We do things strategically. We do things precept by precept, line upon line. We are heading somewhere. And you just don't come and just begin to no. It's done methodically, so that you are you know yourself that you are moving somewhere, and it's not done to overwhelm you. I don't understand, sometimes all this can be overwhelming. Whilst they are very important and they must be done, I encourage you to get into the boot camp, so that you can have a system that allows you to do it line by line, so that you are not overwhelmed. But you want to sit down and start these things. These are important. We have already established that your standard equal to your success. So if you want high standard, there is no way that low standard will deliver high success to you. No way. For you to have good success, you must have high standards. So you want to define, what do you really want? Another thing that many of us don't know what we want. Many of us don't know what we want. Be like, I want to be successful. What does that mean? And I want to be rich. I want to be successful. What does that mean? You need to sit down and determine, what do you really want? What do you want? Have you really asked yourself ever what you really want? Be clear, be specific. What do you want from yourself? Oh, myself, what do you want? What do you want from yourself? Determine that. Be clear and be specific about it. And then begin to set the standards. Set your standards. Set the standards. Set the minimum. What do we say standards are? The minimum acceptable. See, if it's beyond this line, I no do again. That kind of a thing. Set the minimum acceptable standards to you, and then ensure that they challenge you, but they are also realistic. So be realistic. There is no need. You started today, you now say, oh, you just take it all the way. No, you set your standard. You can keep reviewing and adjusting, but ensure that they challenge you, your standards, but at the same time they are realistic, that you are not just going overboard and just doing it because say, hey, Coach Tracy taught us in class today, say standard, high standard equal high success, therefore you go from 0 to 100 in a second. No, 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 no. You set them, be realistic, understanding where you are coming from. You know, there are many of us. I like how my friend and my coach says, she said, we are coming from a lot. You know, there are many of us that are coming from a lot. There are many of us that are coming from a lot, a lot. So you have to understand the a lot that you are coming from, and then begin from where you are. Remember that your standards are by you and for you. So start from where you are, but understand that there is a place that you are going to. But start from where you are, be realistic, but at the same time challenge yourself. So yeah, you've not been reading before. One of the important things we have said on our personal growth journey is learning. So you know that you need to start reading. Then you now say, oh, I've started reading. For the month of February, I'm reading this 500-page book. And then what happens is that by day 3, you have you are, it's not working. You just say it's not working and you give up. So make sure that you are starting realistically, but at the same time you are challenging yourself. But by all means, raise the bar. Let me write in the comment section, I will raise my bar. See, after tonight, no matter the standards that you have, I want you to go and revisit them and then raise it, take it up a notch. Let me write in the comment section, I will raise my bar. The bar is yours, it's for you and it's by you. So raise your bar. Yes, let me see your comments in the comment section. I will raise my bar. Yes, it's a good time. It's a good day. It's a good night to raise that bar, because raising that bar equals raising also your success. Awesome. Yes, I see you guys. I see your comments in the comment section. I see you. Thank you. The next thing is that as you raise your standard, commit. Decide that you will no longer tolerate anything that is below your standard. Don't tolerate it. Don't accept it. Don't take it. Yes, they will call you, what's even doing this one? They will say all kinds of things. They say, when did this one start? When did this one start? Who is brainwashing this one? They will say all kinds of things. They will get it. Don't worry. Don't worry. They don't get it, but they will get it. Who's with me? Tell them they don't get it, but they will get it. Tell them like that. You don't get it, but you will get it. Yes, they will get it. They will have no choice. They will get it, because your high standards will deliver to you high high results, high success. So commit, to doing the daily things that will reflect your new standards. It's not waiting. There's no waiting till, one fine Sunday morning before you do something. No, every day. This is the journey that we have been called to. And I always say that personal development is not an event. Sorry, it's not an event, it's a journey. Yeah. Personal development, personal growth is not an event, it's a journey. So you must commit to the daily. There is no other way, and I teach no other way. You commit to the daily. In the boot campers know we have things that we do on a daily basis. No, not to overwhelm anybody. It's not overwhelming. There are some tasks, just little things that you do here and there, but the whole principle is the compound effect. Everything compounds, and in personal development, everything affects everything. The boot camp is an interesting place. I'm sure some of the boot campers are here. Let me see your comment in the comment section. The boot camp is an experience. There's one of the participants that said one time, they said the boot camp is better experienced than explained. That's in fact, that's the first time I heard that. She said the boot camp is better experienced than explained. It's a whole package. Guys, if you're here, let me see your comments. Let's see your comments in the comment section. Let's see your comments in the comment section. But you must decide that to commit yourself to the daily actions that reflect, your new standard, and then surround yourself with people who embody the standards that you want. The people, it cannot be overstated. The people you surround are your environment, and you need to create an environment that enables you to keep to your high standard. The people around you, very, very important. In the boot camp, I always tell them that one of the gifts of the boot camp is that you have people that are going on that same journey. You have a community that you can tap into, people's experiences, people's perspective. You need that system. You need that system. And you must build that system. You must get into a system that will help you to maintain your standards. Yes, the system helps. A system helps you to maintain that standard. And in the boot camp, we've created that system that will help you to maintain that standard, because it's not every day. And I always like to tell them that it's not every day that is bread and butter. Some days you really really need to draw from everything that you have, and then you being in a system, being in a setting where you have people that you're on a journey with, that of like minds with you. It helps you to just keep moving. That having that accountability is very very key. And you need to have a system that helps you to maintain your standards, and the boot camp is a system that will help you on that journey. The system that offers you, not only does it offer you the system that will help you, it also offers you accountability partners. The system itself is an accountability system, but within the system we still have accountability partners. See, I cannot you need to get into the boot camp. You need to get into the boot camp. Then you are able to handle resistance and pushback. While we are talking about how to set and maintain high standards that you need to deliver you successful results. So you be able to handle resistance and pushback, because from yourself, your whole old habits will try to pull you back, but you're able to stay committed, even from other people. So other people there are some people that are benefiting from your low standards, and they will not want you to grow. They will not want you to leave that place for their own selfish reasons. It will also help you to understand that, and to be able to handle that resistance. Also, from circumstances, life itself, challenges will test your new standards, but you are able to use them as stepping stone, and not excuses. So some common things that people say about standards: having high standards makes you arrogant. Some common things that people say when you see people with high standards, some people will say they are arrogant. And I said it at the beginning, and I'll say it now again: it's not arrogance, it's not pride, it's self-preservation. When you have high standard, people will say you are arrogant. No, it makes you intentional, it makes you self-respecting. That self-respecting is what they are calling arrogance. So that doesn't count. Another thing that people say about high standards is that you might lose people if you raise your standard. Yes, you will lose people, but you will lose you will lose you will lose the wrong people. Then you are able to attract the right people in your life. Another thing I hear very often is that it's too late, I'm too old. Nothing like that. Nothing could be further than the truth. In fact, when they talk about a lie from the pit of hell, that is a lie from the pit of hell. People say it's too late, I can't change my standard, I can't do things differently, I can't do personal growth, it's too late. It's a lie. You can raise your standard at any stage in your life. Is it better do it when you are younger? Absolutely. The next best time is right now. So as you are listening to me, as you can hear me, I'm talking directly to you. Start now, start today. You need help, get in touch with us, and then we'll get on that journey. So from tonight, I said practical things that you can begin to do to set new standards. Just write only one area, so that you don't overwhelm yourself. Get into the boot camp. We'll go through a whole process. But for tonight, I want you to write one area where you will raise your standards. We've spoken about different areas, whether it's your personal life, your professional life, your relationships, your health and your well-being, any part of your life at all. Write only one, and then begin to identify one immediate step you can take to enforce it, starting right now. So as this class is finishing in the next 2 minutes, go back and write down, after hearing Coach Tracy speak, what is one thing? I don't want to overwhelm yourself. I could have said do for the different aspects, but just one thing in one area of your life that you will start today. And what immediate steps will you start taking immediately to start enforcing that? You must understand that we don't rise to the level of our goals, we fall to the level of our standards or system. That was James Clear that said that. So I want you to commit to setting and maintaining high standards that will help you to deliver you the best results possible. Thank you so much. My God, time ran away from us. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you for being here. Wow, 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 wow. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Yes, I see bootcamp. I found joy in the John says he found joy in the bootcamp. Well done, John. Adiola says yes, so the bootcamp is better explained and explained. awesome. Thank you so much for being here tonight, guys. I've had such a wonderful time sharing with you. We've been talking about how your standards equal to your success in personal growth, and we have, I hope with these few points of mine, that I've been able to convince you that you need to raise your standards, because your standards will deliver you the success that you desire, and I dare say the success that you deserve. Thank you so much for being here. This has been our weekly live webinar, brought to you by the Advanced Lounge community. The Advanced Lounge is a haven for people who are learning and growing and becoming more valuable. Thank you so much for being here. This learning series, this Thursday weekly live webinars are learning series, or knowledge sharing sessions, where we just share on topics regarding or bordering on our personal growth and our personal development. I trust that you've had a wonderful time tonight, as I have had a wonderful time sharing with you guys. I look forward to seeing you in the Advanced Lounge. I look forward to having you in the Be More Accountability Bootcamp. And of course, I look forward to seeing you next week, Thursday, when we hold another edition of our weekly live webinars. Thank you so much for being here. I say, please, beyond hearing me speak, I want you to go and begin to do things differently, because results will follow the action. My name is Tracy Akpera. I'm a personal success coach. I'm the founder and the anchor of the Advanced Lounge community, and it has been my awesome privilege to have you tonight, to share with you tonight. Thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing more of you. I say, please go and take action, because the results will follow the actions. Thank you so much, and have a good night.